Welcome to the show. This is Mechalicus from Clan Sanctuary. I'm going to be bringing you some tips on how to use the Hog Rider attack strategy. So I'm introducing you to Mocha Micah, my second account. I'm at Town Hall 8. And here is our army composition and cost. You want to use as many Hog Riders as you can manage, really, with enough backing troops. So this is the best I could do, and I did ask for Hog Riders in my clan castle just because I only have level 2 and my wizards are up to level 5, so I just train enough of them in my camps. So we're gonna go ahead and look for our first raid. I guess before that I will remind you to make healing spells. I can only hold 3, and oftentimes it's just enough. So this first attack is a pretty easy design to take down with Hog Riders. They don't have very many gaps in their walls. Right there by the town hall I'm expecting 2 giant bombs. And to make sure that there weren't Teslas there, I should have placed 1 barbarian. But, so first things first, we're going to lure out the clan castle. It is a level 3, which has 20 housing space. So as soon as that dragon comes out, we know that that is everything. I like to be able to lure those out with barbarians as much as possible, but oftentimes, to make sure that there's nothing else in there, you have to use at least 1 Hog Rider. So I'm going to place some barbarians to help take down that dragon. It might sound funny, but they just help distract it. So I didn't lose either of my wizards there. Here come the Hog Riders. We're just going to move right through this base like bread and butter. Just going to use 1 healing spell. The defender definitely expected us to attack nearest the town hall, so I thought I wouldn't cater to him. And sure enough, there was a giant bomb there, but they put a spring trap and some other traps next to it, and they would have done well to have 2 giant bombs side by side, because that deals incredible damage on your hogs. What we want to avoid are spring traps and bombs. Well, I guess those are pretty much all of your traps other than the air bombs and seeking air mines. Also, you want to avoid inferno towers unless they're set to single target. Most are set to multi-target. So our second raid today is also using Mocha Micah. It had to be a replay because I forgot to hit record. So a little bit less interactive for you. Sorry about that. It was a revenge attack, and I could tell that they had 0 of 20 or 25 housing space in their clan castle. Obviously you can't tell if they do have troops anymore what they are, but yeah, so wow, hitting a lot of spring traps on this one, probably every single one that they have. They placed those very strategically, and this is a good example of why you need just about as many hogs as you can get. I don't believe we have any healing spells left. Definitely be nice to see that down at the bottom there. But that cannon is our last defense, and we'll have some hogs left over to help clean up. I believe we'll even have quite a bit of time left on this by the time I get 3 stars. So Hog Riders are definitely very strong. You're going to make a profit on gold for sure. You will have trouble breaking even on Dark Elixir, and you will probably make a small profit on Elixir. Depending on how many spells you use, actually, is the main factor. So, quite a bit of resources from that. a good note to touch on is that, unfortunately, when you do revenge attacks, there's no rewarded League bonus loot. And in gold, that's not too much of a bummer, but for my main account in Crystal, it is definitely nice to get that loot bonus for getting 1 or more stars. So that'll do it for Mocha Mica. Gonna switch over shortly to my main account. I was able to afford that upgrade there. So here's the army cost for Mechalicus army of maxed troops. I make 37 Hog Riders, and I thought it was hilarious that I actually earned the same amount of Dark Elixir on that raid that I spent. And here is how the level 5 and level 2 Hog Rider stats stack up. You can definitely tell the level 5 are quite a bit more beast, but the level 2, as you saw, will do the trick. So here we have our last raid of the day. It is Matthew from Indo Warrior. And this is not generally the type of base you're going to be looking for. There's a ton of gaps in his walls, and we don't know what's where as far as Teslas and bombs and spring traps. But first things first, we're going to lure out his clan castle. I was hoping to do that with barbarians, but they kind of failed. So we'll have to sacrifice a couple Hog Riders. Actually, more than I needed. I just couldn't believe that they only had 5 troops in their clan castle. He needs a better clan. So those will be a piece of cake to take care of. But it doesn't matter what they would be, you would place all of your barbarians to take the fire, and then wizards to back them up, and they would take care of anything. So here come the Hog Riders. I didn't do incredibly well placing my healing spells until the last one, you'll see here in a minute. I'm going to take advantage of that rage power, actually called the Iron Fist on our Barbarian King. So look here closely on the left side. This was crazy. I was watching and ready with healing spells, as you can see down at the bottom. 2 giant bombs, and they're either level 3 or 4, and I tried to get into my referee costume, put on a whistle around my neck. I couldn't tell for the life of me if it actually saved their lives to play that last healing spell there or not. And I think it comes down to the difference of if those are level 3 or 4 giant bombs. Either way, you can see how brutal those are to your Hog Riders. I didn't notice that the Wizard Tower had actually been targeting my Barbarian King, so that was probably an unnecessary freeze spell right there. But better safe than sorry. We will end this raid with 3 stars and a whole minute left, so that's one of the things that I really like about Hog Riders is they're very fast. So if you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments section below. I will make sure to get back to you on those. Normally I will train up 5 healing spells, but in the higher levels of Crystal, oftentimes I will try to take out a base with an Inferno Tower, and it's definitely nice to have. So that bumped us up to Division 2, and somehow they knew I used Hog Riders and my Barbarian King to get there. So, as you can see, our season ends in about a week, by the time I come out with this video anyway, in which point I will be going to Champion League, or doing my best to get there. I'll keep you posted. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.